develop vaccines and drugs on an expedited mode. And apart from that, the clinical trials that were happening for other therapeutic area were also impacted. So for 2023 and 2023, we have to see how the COVID-19 impacted the clinical research industry. We'll just go back and see that India, this is the data from August 2021, and India had administered more vaccine than all the G7 nations put together. So you can imagine the impact it had on the manufacturers and the drug developers and the vaccine developers. So it was a collaborative effort, and kudos to the respective parties who did that. So now India on the way to becoming an attractive destination for clinical research. The Global Contract Research Organization and SMOs, we already have a video, like I said in the last class, and I'll link it again here somewhere. You can check it out. And is predicted to expand at an 11.48 compound annual growth rate by 2023. Research marketers of medical device and therapeutic drugs and prime drivers of the market, increasing investment in research and development, emergence of pharmaceutical and biopharmaceutical companies with the patent expiration of the drugs supposed to bolster the CRO market growth. So as we discussed in a previous video, that India is the CRO hub. So we have a lot of scope of utilizing the and capturing the CRO industry. So the COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on clinical research industry. Here are some ways in which it has changed. Shift to virtual trials / it is also called remote or decentralized clinical trials. So pandemic has made it difficult to conduct in-person trials. Like I said, other therapeutic area trials that were happening were also impacted. So hence allowed researchers to continue conducting clinical research, clinical trials with minimizing the risk of exposure to the virus. So they didn't have to go to the hospital, obviously, because they were reluctant and scared. So virtual trials were happening, and telemedicine was happening, and the drug was the drug was given and shifted to their home location to which they were complying and taking it. If any side effects they happened or anything happened, telemedicines were there, they could contact the doctors. And this is how virtual trials helped survive the pandemic. So a virtual clinical trial is relatively new model of clinical trials in terms of adoption, and is therefore the highly underutilized methods of conduct of clinical research. Earlier on, it wasn't that much used, but pandemic made we had to do that to sustain the clinical trials. So it has a potential to improve patient-centric ecosystem. The solution like electronic devices, online social engagement platform, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So clinical research isn't, like I tell all my students, isn't dormant. It is versatile, it is volatile, it is keep on evolving, and definitely technology plays a vital role in it. During the COVID, if we talk about the COVID-19 race for the vaccine and drugs. The urgency of finding treatment and vaccines for COVID-19 has led to a significant acceleration of timelines for clinical trial. Some trials that would normally take years to complete had been completed in a matter of months. Increased collaboration. The pandemic had increased collaboration between researchers, healthcare providers, and government agencies. The collaboration had been critical in accelerating the development of treatment and vaccines for COVID-19. So, Covaxin by Biotech, India's first domestic COVID-19 vaccine, Covaxin, was developed and manufactured with Bharat Biotech International Limited in collaboration with National Institute of Virology of ICMR and Covishield by Serum Institute of India. Had signed agreements with few manufacturers like Oxford, Codagenix, and Novavax. So, without collaboration, we couldn't have got the vaccine on time. Adoption of new technology. So pandemic has led to adoption of new technologies in clinical research like telemedicines, wearable devices, remote monitoring tools. These technologies have made it possible to conduct clinical trials remotely, like I said earlier, remotely, and have the potential to make clinical trials more efficient and patient-centric in the long term. So the whole industry wants to continue these technologies adoption even in today's time. Firstly, like telemedicine, we have seen it made it we could contact the doctors through online meetings, and they could consult and tell their sign and symptoms. They could prescribe the medicine. So made it easier for patients. In that same perspective, in clinical trial, made it easier for patients and site to participate in clinical trials, reduce the number of on-site visits to the hospitals, use convenience video consultation or telemedicine enabled sites to check with the patient without asking them to visit the clinic or the research site. Direct data capture clinical data along with video consultation with a simple clinician interface. Enabled continued operation. Customer turn to medicines to keep trials running during the COVID-19 pandemic. Wearable devices. So observe, use, and drive. Observe real-world behavior, integrated wearable sensor technologies, valuable insight into real-world functioning to a greater understanding of treatment effect, use for patients in site, simplified setup and data collection activities, data-driven accuracy, data-driven notification can remind patient failing to wear their device, leading to reduction in missing data, more complete data set, and a more reliable clinical endpoint. Also, technology can help with even with the participant compliance. So these are some of the common wearables like oximeter, insulin pump, smartwatches, BP apparatus. Remote monitoring in clinical trials. Monitor CRAs don't visit the site to transfer or review the data. Instead, the data monitoring was done virtually. With the use of digital technology, CROs and study sponsors, stakeholders can see the data from where they are located. Changes in regulation. The pandemic has also led to changes in regulation across clinical research, including the use of emergency use, authorization of vaccines and treatment. These changes have allowed for more rapid approval of treatment and vaccine for COVID-19. So the government and the regulations, they had made it easier, and they encouraged basically more clinical trials in this domain so that the drugs and vaccines can be developed faster. So it's the whole stakeholders in clinical research came together for this to happen. Overall, the COVID-19 pandemic has a significant impact on the clinical research industry, accelerating the adoption of new technologies, increasing collaboration, and changing the way clinical trials are conducted even today. So with that, we come to an end of a short session. If you have any diploma course related queries, we provide one in pharmacovigilance, clinical data management, clinical research. Do visit our website, www.finessinstitute.com. Email us at admin@finenessinstitute.com in case you have any query regarding joining or you want a webinar in your college. You can do follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as on YouTube. In LinkedIn and Facebook, we constantly add job openings for everybody for free, so anybody can access anytime, apart from our free videos that are there in the YouTube. Thank you for listening and have a great day. Bye-bye.